continue?
Yeah, we continue. To go.
Oh, okay.
To go for it.
Okay. So, good afternoon, almost good night. So, we are about to start our press conference post-match with Team South Africa. Just a quick reminder about our new application of the for the interpretation. So, everything's okay, Stacey? Okay. So, let's go. You have? Yes. Just say
My name,
before
Lydia,
yeah,
yeah.
and the language they're going to use for the question.
Vale. Lucía Santiago, de la agencia EFE. Mi pregunta va a ser en español. Quería preguntarte, Desiré, si tienes la sensación de que Sudáfrica ha obtenido hoy un premio menor. Se lleva una derrota por 3-1. Durante gran parte del partido ibais ganando vosotras. ¿Crees que Sudáfrica hoy mereció más?
You're right, we started really well. I always said that goals win games. I said that yesterday, that if you get opportunities, you've got to take it. And I think that was the turning point. We got one in the first half, but we got a fantastic one in the second half. And going in then, it would have been 2-0. And then you get to penalties, which is all part of the game, you know, put it away really well. And you go down to 10, and then it was always going to be difficult. But I felt that we deserved more out of the game. I also felt that, you know, we were very organized. Even though they had a lot of possession, they struggled to break us down. And on the counter, we always looked very, very dangerous. But if you do not take your chances, you know, that is the result. And but very proud of the team. They put up a great performance. We said that they will fight till the bitter end. We said that they will never give up, and we said that they will never quit, and that's exactly what they did.
Good. Someone else wants to ask something? Sure, go for it.
Me gustaría saber en el descanso cuál es el mensaje que le das a tus jugadoras.
Well, one word, they were fantastic. You know, we knew that we needed to be on top of our game, but they were absolutely fantastic. We played according to the game plan. They stuck to it. And the better result we didn't get, but we're very, very happy with the performance. I think if we look at it overall, we spoke about some might be overwhelmed, but there was none of that. You know, we took the game to Spain at times, and if we had taken chances, you know, we will reiterate that again, because we're a team that create, but a very, very good performance, and I think all the people back home can be very proud of this team.
Someone else would like to do some quick work? That's great.
Y si a pesar de la derrota salís reforzadas pensando en lo que queda todavía de Mundial, 2 partidos más por delante en esta fase de grupos.
Obviously, we know our strengths in our team. We also analyze the opponents who we're going to play next, which is China. But we also got to absorb the moment. You know, it's our first time at the World Cup, and for everyone, all the players out there, it was a special moment. It was history, so you always want to give them that moment as well, and then prepare for the next game. This is a team that is a very focused team. No matter what happens, they're always ready for the next one. And we will have a look, obviously, again at the opponents, and they will analyze us too. And then we'll work out a game plan like we did for this game, and see if we need to change personnel or not.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. Sorry, I missed the first couple of questions, so forgive me. Obviously, the performance was fantastic, first team performance, and I wanted to get a special mention about Tembi's goal, because it was the first goal scored in the World Cup for South Africa.
Well, Tembi is a special player. You know what to expect, and sometimes you cannot stop it. It's a similar fantastic goal that she scored against Nigeria in the Women's Championships, and if anyone was going to score a goal today, it was going to be Tembi. But a real fantastic goal for the first goal for South Africa at the World Cup. I think she's come here and set herself some goals. And she could have had a second and she could have had a third. But that's the way the game sometimes goes. But she was always a danger. She has unbelievable talent and belief in her ability. And when she's on the ball, you know something's coming, and sometimes you cannot stop it. But that's who Tembi is.
How important is it now to put all the focus onto China, and how do you assess obviously, how you're going to do against China?
Well, that is now obviously our final. It's a must-win. I think it's a must-win for them too. But it's a must-win for us. And with this performance, we can only grow and get better. And now that the first game is out of the way and a lot of the nerves and anxiousness is out of the way, as I said, this team is very focused. They will look at the footage and look at what they can do better. And we will have a game plan, obviously. And we've got to win the next game if we have any hope of going through to the next round. But that is really key for us to win the next game. We didn't get the result we wanted, but we will have a plan and obviously sit down and see what we need to do to win the game.
Someone else would like to do a question? Yeah, sure.
Coach, hard luck for the game. Just an injury update. We saw Leandra leaving with an ice pack on her knee. Is that a worry for a tournament, or is that just something that you're monitoring?
I haven't been to the dressing room yet, but it's most probably just precaution. Leandra's a tough cookie, really tough, and she'll shoulder on, and like everyone else will. But that's part of the game where you pick up injuries, and we'll manage that.
Desiree, apologies, I missed your Matchday -1 press conference, but could you just give us an insight into what it's been like for you and your players in these days leading up to this first game? I know it must be difficult to reflect after a defeat, but can you talk about what it's been like for South Africa, the welcome that you've received, and what it's like to be part of something like this?
It's been absolutely fantastic. When we arrived in France, we got a fantastic welcome. The most famous song for the 2010 World Cup was Waka Waka, and the young kids sang it, and we sang a song back to them. The people at the hotel, the people around the hotel have been absolutely friendly and fantastic. And, when we traveled here, all of us traveled in business class, and for many players, they haven't done that, so that it really started back then. But our stay so far has been really good. The facilities have been top-notch, where we were training. And when they saw the bus, when we came out and saw the bus with South Africa on, you realize that you're at the World Cup. You're one of 24 countries out of 211 federations that are here. And we said to enjoy the moment. Even today, enjoy the moment, absorb it. And I felt that today we showed our true worth. We showed what we can bring to football, even though it's our first time, and really proud of the team.
Someone else? No. So So thank you everyone for the attendance. The next one is going to be the post-match press conference in Spain. And good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
ver si es en inglés más o menos.
Está bien, está bien. Okay, we will start with the post-game press conference for Spain with Jorge Villa. Can I have some questions? Yes, right here in the front, in the red.
Hola Jorge, Lucía Santiago para la agencia
Hi,
EFE.
Jorge,
Hoy
Lucía
España se lleva
Santiago,
de Le
Agencia
Havre
EFE.
la primera victoria de la historia en un mundial
You can see that
absoluto.
Spain has
¿Es
had
como
its
te
first
imaginabas?
victory in a World Cup. Is it the way
Bueno,
that
es
you
por lo
imagined it was going to be?
por lo que hemos luchado, a lo que hemos salido, a conseguir los 3 puntos, y eso es una buena noticia. Otras cosas son pues lo que hemos visto en la primera parte, que quizás no hemos mostrado ni mucho menos nuestra mejor versión, pero me quedo con el esfuerzo de todas las jugadoras.
Nous devons rectifier, mais moi je reste avec le gros effort qu'ont déployé toutes mes joueuses. Au niveau de la première partie, elles ont réussi à remonter un match qui est...
y corregir errores que se han cometido en la primera parte. Nos hemos quitado una mochila que llevamos encima de presión importante por todas las expectativas levantadas y todo pues el revuelo que hay montado en España, que es nuevo para nosotros, y eso es lo que yo creo que hemos acusado para no ver a la España que hemos visto en muchas ocasiones y que hoy no hemos podido mostrar.
¿Qué tal, mister? Felicidades por esa victoria. Aquí, Carlos Jiménez de Radio Nacional de España. Me gustaría que me dijeras qué les has dicho a las jugadoras en el descanso y también que valoraras la actuación de Lucía García.
Sí, bueno, el descanso lo que básicamente es que se quitaran todos los nervios,
Well, at halftime, basically, we got rid of the nervousness and we tried to get them to think it's just a football match and that everything that goes around it and that's different from our everyday and our day-to-day, that they would try and sort of withdraw themselves from that and not get bogged down in it. So we were able to change some things around, and the team's attitude changed. There was something that just changed, and we were able to change the result because it was the mentality. It was their mindset that changed, that freed them up, if you like, to really get into the game and to really strengthen it and to basically go through all of those areas of play that we wanted
Lucía, me preguntas por Lucía.
And you asked me about Lucía.
En banda.
Okay, Lucía
necesitábamos
went down
esa
the
amplitud,
sideline.
sobre todo en banda derecha, porque su número 11 Catlana se quedaba muy descolgada. En la primera parte, con los desdoblamientos de Torrejón, dejábamos muy desprotegida nuestra banda. Y entonces ese ha sido el motivo, fijar más a Torrejón, que luego la hemos cambiado por corredera de banda, jugando por banda derecha, que estuviera más pendiente de su jugadora más peligrosa. La conocíamos, pero muy difícil de parar por su velocidad y su calidad. Y bueno, pues hemos ganado más consistencia y a partir de ahí el equipo ha crecido.
Hola Jorge, buenas tardes. Eleonora Llobio del
Hi,
País.
Jorge. Good
Te quería
afternoon.
preguntar, ¿por qué crees que os hizo tanto daño y os golpeó
just
tanto
wanted to ask,
la
why do
moral
you
ese
think that
primer
they were
gol?
able
Porque parecía
damage
que
you so
os
much and sort
perdisteis
of
después
get at your
del
morale
gol
with
de
that
Sudáfrica.
first goal, because it seemed after that
más
first goal by
que el
South
gol
Africa,
era
you just sort
una
of
consecuencia
dived
de
in
que
terms of
el
your
equipo
morale.
iba arrastrando
Well, yeah, I think it was
fallos que
more
nos
like
acomodes
a consequence
en
of the
ellas,
fact that we
pases
were
sencillos que se van
just
fuera.
perhaps
Empezábamos
losing
a perder
confidence a
los
bit,
duelos en el centro
simple
del campo,
passes
los
that were
rebotes
going
iban para
offside
las sudafricanas
and
y al
duels in
final
the
pues te
middle
marcan
of the
gol.
field that we were losing, and
eso se
then
estaba
they get a
viendo
goal
venir.
in,
Entonces, pues bueno, lo
and
mejor
you
de todo es
started
que
to
nos
see
ha
it
marcado el
coming
segundo
right. So
y la
I
reacción que ha
think
habido
that
en
it
el
was
segundo
really a good
tiempo,
thing
que
for
debe
us.
haber
There was
sido
no
pues más
second
goles
South
todavía.
African goal, and the second half was brilliant. We could have even scored more goals.
Hola Jorge, Abraham Romero para el diario El Mundo. Quería que me dijeras
Jorge Alran Romero
dónde ha
from,
fallado más
El
España en la
Mundo.
primera parte,
I'd
si
just
en el
like to
planteamiento,
know
que en este
where
caso
Spain got it wrong in the
influye en el
first
cuerpo
half.
técnico,
Was it in their
o en el tema
mindset?
mental, que sería más
We
en
can
el
say that
tema
the
de las
technical
jugadoras.
staff obviously were involved in
Bueno,
helping that, or
aquí,
was it the players themselves?
lo primero es decir que cuando
Well, I think that first off here,
fallamos
it's
todos
important to say
y
that
cuando se
when
gana, sobre todo ganan ellas.
when we
Yo
make a
pienso que más
mistake, we all make a
algo
mistake, and when we
de
win, well, they
planteamiento, que
especially
seguro
win,
que,
don't they, the players? But I
que
think
habrá
that it's a
cuestiones
mindset
que
thing, and I
podrían haberse
think that
mejorado, eso lo
there are
analizaremos
issues
con
that
más
could
calma.
be
Creo que
bettered
principalmente ha sido
with more
pues esa losa que llevamos
more
todos
of a sense of
de
calm
tener
and
que ganar el
tranquility,
primer
and
partido en un
when you're on the
mundial
pitch, and I
después de
think
4
that it
años,
was that
eso al
pressure of
final
having
te
to win the
hace
first
mella y
game in
no les ha
a World
dejado, no
Cup
nos ha
after
dejado
4 years, and I think
ser
that really
nosotros
got to them.
Pero
And it wouldn't let
pues,
them just be
buenas
themselves
noticias
in the first half.
porque la reacción es positiva, porque se acaba el ataque y porque estoy convencido que el equipo crecerá en este mundial según vaya entrenando y vaya jugando.
Is that this World Cup, we're going to see that coming through even more as the matches progress.
Thank you. Gracias. and suerte.
World feed, can you hear me? Tembi, not the result you were hoping for. Can you assess the performance on the pitch today?
It was a tough game for us. We knew Spain was going to come hard on us. We had a very good first half. Not too much chances, but we went to the halftime leading 1-0. And as we were playing, we started getting tired, and that's where they got their strength. They brought their best players, fresh legs to be able to run in. We also had some fresh legs, but getting into the game second half, it's always tough because the intensity is so high, and you must adapt. But it was a good one from us. We kept on fighting until the last whistle.
I mean, obviously, first half performance, yourself particularly, a fantastic goal, your first World Cup goal.
Yeah, it was amazing to score that goal, but I knew that it was the first half goal. Spain was going to come hard on us.
Player of the match presented by Visa, Henny Hermoso. And I'll open it up for questions. Does anybody have any questions for her? Yeah?
Hola Jenny, Abraham Romero para el diario El Mundo. Tus jugadoras, tus compañeras en zona mixta hablaban de tu magia y de la seguridad que les das.
Hi, El Mundo. Just about
Quería que me hablaras de los momentos previos a los dos penaltis. ¿Qué pensabas sobre todo en el 1-1?
What was going through your
y cómo de
head,
importantes
what was going
es
through
esa
your
victoria
head
para vosotros.
one-on-one, and what was the important part of that victory?
Tirar
Was the
un
most important
penalti
part
en
of
un
this victory for
mundial
you?
que te da
Well, I
la
think
opción
that when you
a
have to take a penalty
a
in this
empatar al
World
menos el
Cup,
partido, creo que los
that
nervios
basically
están ahí,
gives you
pero bueno,
options
ya lo
to
acabo de
draw,
decir
and I do think that
en
your
las
nerves
demás
are always
preguntas que me han
there.
hecho, que he intentado pensar
I've
que los
just
estaba
said
tirando
that
en
in
el
the
parque
rest
de
of
mi casa
the questions that were asked to me.
y
I
bueno,
tried to think that I was
he tenido la
just
suerte
kicking
de que el
shots
primero
in
ha
the
entrado
park
y
across
luego
from
el
my
segundo ha
house,
sido
right?
mucho más
That's what I
complicado
tried to
porque al
tell
final
myself.
te
The
podía
first
dar
was
pues
okay, the
la
second
victoria
was a lot more
en este
complicated
partido, adelantarte al
because
menos y
it
creo
was the
que
difference
bueno,
between winning the match and
no he
not,
pensado
or at
más
least
que
getting
tocar a la
ahead.
red y así
So
ha sido.
I just thought about getting it into the goal, and that was it.
Sí, Lucía Santiago de la agencia EFE. Decía
Yes,
Jorge
Lucia
hace
Santiago
un
from
momento
Agencia
que hoy
EFE.
jugasteis con
Jorge
una
just
mochila de
mentioned a
presión.
minute ago
Quiero saber
that
cuánto os
today
pesa esa mochila y
you
si está de
it was
acuerdo con su
almost as
visión.
if you had a
Bueno,
rucksack
creo que
of
somos
pressure on
conscientes
your
que la
back.
primera
What was
parte
that
no ha sido
pressure
buena, que
like?
no hemos hecho el
How
juego
much did it
que
weigh?
queríamos,
Well, I
que
think that the
queríamos
first
enseñar a todo
part
el
of the
mundo,
match, the first
o
half,
todo lo que hemos
didn't go well
trabajado
for
para
us.
llegar al día de hoy,
We weren't
que
able to put the
que nos
play
siguieran
in
este gol,
practice
creo
that
que ha
we wanted
sido
to. And I think
un
that that
bache
goal
que superar
was
y
really
creo que somos
pivotal.
conscientes que tenemos que trabajar en este
That first
aspecto
goal
porque
that
no
we
podemos
conceded
salir así
really
en un partido y
stressed us
más
out, and so I think that it
sabiendo
was
que
a really
no
important
es
game.
España lo que hemos mostrado, pero bueno, también me
So
quedo
we
que
know
en la
that in the
segunda
first
parte
half
lo
it
hemos
wasn't the
intentado
Spanish
del
team that we
primer minuto
wanted
que
to
hemos
show, but
salido
at least I'm able to
y hemos
console
ido
myself with the
a por
second
todas a por
half.
ese primer gol que
So
pues creo que nos ha
I
dado
think
mucho aire
that
para conseguir los demás.
That first goal gave us that space to breathe, if you like, to then move on and score the following goal.
Sí, hola. ¿Qué les dijo el seleccionador después del primer tiempo?
Hi, I just want to know what the
Bueno, creo
coach
que
said
el
to you
mensaje ha sido
after
claro
the
que era
first
ahora o
half.
nunca.
Well, I think that his
Estamos en
message
un
was
mundial,
really clear. It was now or never.
vas a tener
Basically, we're in a
muy
World
pocas
Cup. We're
oportunidades
going to have
de jugar algo así.
not that many
y
chances
la
to be
primera
involved
parte
in an event
ha sido
such as
claro
this.
que no hemos hecho lo
And
que
so the
queríamos,
first half, it was
lo que
pretty
hemos
clear that
trabajado
we
y
hadn't achieved
era
what
del
we
primer
wanted
minuto
to
salir a
achieve and what
muerte,
we'd worked
salir a por
towards
ellas y
achieving.
intentar
And so we
hacer
just
el
had
juego
to
que
go out
venimos
there,
haciendo
all guns
desde,
blazing,
pues
and
desde que
just
estamos
try
trabajando
and
con él y
put
creo
into
que
play the play
pues
that
que ha
we've been
tirado un
working
poco
on
más el
ever since
corazón y que
we've
lo
been
hemos sacado
working with
adelante.
this coach, and I think it really pulled at our hamstrings and we were able to pull it out of the bag. Yeah.
Amalia Fra del diario AS. Jenny, quería
Amelia
preguntarte a
Fra
ti
from
particularmente
Diario
por
AS.
el planteamiento
I
que ha
just
hecho
wanted to
Sudáfrica
ask you
y en
specifically
particular por
as
la
regards what South
capitana que le ha puesto
Africa
muy a tu
said
sombra.
and the captain.
¿Cómo has sentido? ¿Has
She
creído que
was
han preparado
obviously
el
like a
partido de una
shadow
manera que
behind
os
you
ha
during the
bloqueado?
match. But
somos
what did you
conscientes
think?
que
Was she
todos
able to mark you
los
so much
partidos,
that she
todos los equipos
blocked
contra los que
your
juguemos nos van
ability to get into the game?
a plantear
Well,
un
obviously,
papel que va a ser
when
contrarrestar todos nuestros
we in a
fuertes, igual
match
que nosotras hemos
against
estudiado pues,
anyone, the
su
opponent's going
velocidad
to
y creo
study
que ellas
us, we're
tenían
going
muy
to
claro
study
lo que
them,
iban a
we
hacer en el
studied
partido
their
de hoy.
speed, and they were really
Hemos
clear
sabido que la
about what they
velocidad que
had to do in
tienen
today's match.
pues puede
We
no ser muy
know the
normal a lo
speed
que
that
estamos
they
acostumbrados
bring to the match.
y
Obviously,
está claro
it's
que
a
el juego
higher
de ellas
speed
ha
than what
sido
we're used to, and our
el ir muy
opponents, and
directas,
it's quite
el
clear that
intentar
their
jugar a la
play
contra con transiciones
was
muy rápidas y así ha venido su
in
gol.
direct
Está claro
lines, trying
que
to
ya
come
nos han
in
intentado frenar en
with
nuestros
different
fuertes
types
y ha
of
sido
play,
la
and
primera
they've
parte
tried
que hemos
to
hecho de
basically
la verdad
block
demasiado
our
buena.
stronger areas, and they managed that efficiently
Hola,
in the first
enhorabuena.
half.
Carlos Jiménez de Radio Nacional. ¿Tenéis la sensación
Hi,
dentro del
Carlos
vestuario de
Jiménez
que
from
habéis hecho
Radio
historia?
Nacional. What about in the changing rooms?
Bueno,
Have you got that
pues
sensation
podemos
that
decir que sí,
you've
hemos hecho
made
historia porque
history?
hemos
Well, I guess you can say that,
hemos
yeah,
tenido
we
la primera
have.
victoria
We
en un
can say
mundial,
that we
así
have
que
because we've had
a
our
pesar de
first victory
que
ever
no hayamos
in
jugado
a
bien, que
Women's
no
World Cup.
haya
So I
sido
think
como nos
that
ha gustado,
even
hemos ganado.
though we haven't played our best
Somos
football
conscientes que
today, we
estamos
weren't
en un
able to play our
mundial y
first
que
football.
no iba a ser
Our
todo tan
best
bonito
ever football,
como
but in a
lo
World
podíamos
Cup, and we
imaginar, así
knew
que
it wasn't going
tenemos
to
los
be
pies
always
ahora más que nunca en el
pretty,
suelo y
icing on
tenemos
top
claro
is
que
what
todo
we'd
lo que
like
viene
to
va a
have
ser
left
más
it.
duro todavía, pero esta
We know
victoria
that
creo
everything
que
that
nos
awaits
debe
us
dar
is going to
fuerzas
be
para
even
afrontar
harder,
esos
but I
juegos
think
más
that
grandes.
this victory at least gives us the
Gracias.
strength to sort of
Muchas
face
gracias.
up to it all with even more hunger. Thank you.